So I'd like to talk about deep breathing, right? We've all heard that it's good to take a deep breath. Sometimes a deep breath looks like this. It's not really a deep breath. That's more just kind of stressing out your shoulders. So how do we really take a deep breath? And why do we want to do it? Well, breathing helps to oxygenate our blood, right? Which helps all functions of our body. So when we breathe more effectively, we're actually helping to oxygenate our body and, of course, release carbon dioxide, which helps us function as we're supposed to. So deep breathing just helps our body do what it's trying to do anyway, and doing it more consciously can just kind of help that process. And also, the breath is a direct link to the nervous system. If we have a short breath that's erratic, shallow, that tends to put us in more of a fight or flight response. If we have a deeper, slower, fuller breath, more rhythmic breath, that brings us into the parasympathetic or relaxation response. So the breath is also a direct link to our nervous system, and it's free, available to you anywhere. Of course, it's great to do it in an outside setting with fresh air, but you can do breathing exercises pretty much anywhere. So in order to take a deep breath, I find it helpful to take a full exhalation first, because if we just try to take a deep breath, sometimes we don't have a lot to breathe from. So I like to start by taking an inhalation and then pushing all the air out of the lungs and the abdomen, kind of like you do at the end of a cough, right? If you cough, if you put your hands on your stomach and cough, you'll notice that your abdomen is contracting and going in. You're not trying to do that. It just happens automatically. If you put your hands on your abdomen, you cough, you can feel your abdomen going in. So we're going to reproduce that when we exhale. We're going to do a full, slow exhalation, pushing all the lungs out of our air, pushing all the air out of our lungs and our abdomen. When you push all that air out and contract the abdomen, it makes it a lot easier to take a full breath from the abdomen and then up into the lungs. So what's the point of taking a full breath into the abdomen? Why do we even want to do that? When the abdomen expands, the diaphragm lowers, and then the middle of the lower lungs can fill with more oxygen. So again, then we're oxygenating the body more effectively. Often we're just kind of breathing a shallow breath near the top of our lungs, but if we're standing or sitting, most of the blood is in our mid to lower lungs due to gravity. So if we have a fuller breath, we're actually oxygenating more blood. So again, when we expand the abdomen on an inhale, the diaphragm lowers, the lungs, the middle and lower lungs can fill with more air. So that's the physiological benefit and the reason for doing that. So take a gentle breath in, and now slowly exhale and push all the lungs out of your chest, allowing your chest to contract and pushing all the air out, contracting your abdomen, pushing your abdomen in. And now when you inhale, try to expand your abdomen. Then move that breath up to the lungs, expanding the lungs as much as you can in all directions, front and back and sides. The lungs expand in all directions. And then slowly exhale again. Slowly pushing the air out of your lungs, letting the lungs and the chest contract and pushing all the air out of your abdomen. You can put your hands on your abdomen if you want, so you can feel your abdomen go in as it contracts. And now when you inhale, you can push against your hands to expand your abdomen. So you can feel your abdomen expanding, pushing against your hands, then moving that breath up into the lungs, letting the lungs expand forward and back and sides and up. Once again, slowly exhaling. You'll notice you can breathe slower, more slowly and more deeply the more you do this. So each breath we can get a little slower and a little deeper, pushing all the air out of the lungs and the abdomen, pushing all the air out. Then slowly expanding the abdomen as you inhale, then bringing that up to the lungs for a full inhalation, expanding as much as you can. You can even lift or move your arms, and that helps the rib cage to open so you can inhale more. Let's do that once more. as slowly as you can, slowly exhaling, pushing all the air out of the lungs, then allowing the abdomen to contract and go in. Again, you can put your hands on your abdomen to feel that when you've pushed all the air out. You're going to start by expanding your abdomen so you can push against your hands to feel that happening. Expand your abdomen. Then moving the breath up into the lungs, expanding the lungs in all directions, front and back and sides and up. You can lift your arms if you want. And relax. So just doing that 4 or 5 times, 4 or 5 slow full inhalations. Slow full inhalations can be relaxing and energizing for the body. Thank you. Enjoy. Namaste.